Hi there and welcome. So this is gonna be my live for today. We are going on with the Weirdie of the 3rd of February, and this little mad frog fell in love with the red stone. So he's just gonna be watching from his little stone over here, maybe, or maybe he should be here, but then he'll fall down. He'll be right here watching. And hi Beth, hi Anne, hi Chris. Nice to see you guys. So I will be coloring, and I haven't really decided on the colors yet because this is the ones that I used yesterday on the Patreon. After I did the color Weirdie yesterday, I did a mandala that had both a pastel rainbow and a normal rainbow. So now I'm thinking these needs a little bit of rest. Here, out they go. And then I was contemplating what to use, and I was actually thinking that today might be fun to use the chameleons. I think it's been some time since we used them, and I was just thinking it would be nice to revisit with them. I'm just going to put these in their spot again so that we kind of get them where they need to be, and then they won't be in the way. There's a red one, a yellow one, a blue one, a green one. And hi Danny, hi Anne. I've been so busy today. I got up, I had to go down with the clothes for Victoria this morning at 10. Far too early to get up when you're to bed as late as I was yesterday. But anyways, it's okay. I managed, and then I was up. Then I know I can't really sleep again. So I just began making the videos for the whole month of January of all your wonderful colored work. And I got quite almost everything done. I'm actually only missing to do Tina's video now, and I'm halfway through it. But Tina still needs to finish one of the colorings, so she might get that to me tomorrow. Let's see, we have all these lovely ones here, and I'm going to be choosing out of them. I think I have them more or less in an order that I actually like them in. So now I'm just gonna see what I'm gonna go with here on this one. I don't know. Hi Tina, how was dinner? Hope it was good. Hi Chris. So yeah, there's actually quite a lot of videos. Everybody who did all 31 got a separate video, their own video. So, and they're already up on YouTube. And then there's a big one with everybody who did less than a 31, where I just put all of them together because there's some people who did 1 or 2 or 3, others who did a few more. So there's a big video up with them. So there's quite a lot new stuff up on YouTube. I think it's like 8 or 9 videos, I'm not sure, that I made today. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, see you later, Tina. Are you still enjoying dinner? I guess so. Tina was going out for dinner tonight. So that was lovely. And let me see. Yeah, I'm going to try to choose some colors. I want to have 2 yellows. Yeah, I want to have 2 yellows. 2 yellows. I want to have 2 oranges here. Let's see, 2 orange, and then I want to have 2 reds here. Yeah. Then I want to have a fuchsia. I like fuchsia. And I want to have the purple gray. And then I want to have these two, the mauve and the deep violet. Gonna put them like this. And then I want to have a lavender. And I want to have the royal blue. Royal blue. Then I'm gonna go for turquoise, I think. Turquoise. And aquamarine. Then I'm gonna go for evergreen, grass green, and I'm gonna go for spring green. So that's the ones that I've chosen from the chameleon set. Just gonna get my box out and down here so that it can sort of rest. I had an eventful day today, except for working constantly. I had a sandwich, so it wasn't like that I had a lot of dinner or anything. I didn't go shopping, so I didn't cook or anything because I just didn't have time. I was so busy with making videos, and I wanted to finish. Hi, Heather. Ah, you are on this one. That's awesome, Danny. Hi, Heather. So yeah, you will see on the YouTube there's a lot of new videos. And if you're one of those who did 31 the whole month of January in Weirdie's, then you will most likely find your own video there. Oh, you messed up your mandala. I'm sorry about that. Well, you know, that's the good thing about having it on a PDF. You can print it out and do it again. So let's see, where are we going to start today? I'm thinking that we will have 2 starting points. There, maybe more. Maybe more. I'm thinking. At least I know I'm going to start with the yellow here. Let me see. I want to start with that yellow here. Right there. That's a lovely place for it. So here we go with that. Then that will both work up and work down. So this will eventually get down here and get there and get there. So I'm gonna have another starting point. I think I'm gonna start down here, just down there. And then I'm gonna start here, like that. And that will work all the way around. So that's my starting point, and I did it with the yellow. Why is it called yellow? Mellow yellow. Okay, now I understand. Mellow yellow. Yeah, better to give it a rest. Exactly, that's a good point on the PDF, that you can just print it again. And I'm actually in a total deficiency today. I didn't have any more cola left. And I usually drink cola all throughout the day. I'm addicted to drinking a lot of cola. But I didn't have time to go down to the supermarket. I couldn't really be bothered. So I actually didn't drink cola at all today. Well, there was a little sip left, like a half a glass that I had this morning. And so that's kind of crazy. That's kind of crazy that I didn't have cola for that long. And then, you know, yeah, I could make it down before 10 o'clock to the supermarket. They close at 10. But I just haven't really felt like going down there. So it'll have to wait till tomorrow. I'll probably get a headache or something. I think you get like addicted to it because your body gets used to getting all the caffeine that's in there, probably. So maybe I'll get a minor migraine or something. But it's okay. I've been drinking some hot drinks for my throat anyway, so yeah. So that was it. No cooler for me today. Quite amazing that I managed. But that's the way it is. So yeah, just been doing these videos. Actually, my fingers are hurting pretty bad because of all the mouse work I did. I've been cutting in the videos, you know, to sort of make them fit some of the pictures. I cut a bit where I could, you know. So yeah, it was a lot of work, but it was also a lot of fun. So it's beautiful to see all the colored, and we do have so many. I still have to update all the albums, but I just thought it was more important to get the videos done first. So we're on that, and now they're done. The only thing I need to do is Tina's video, maybe tomorrow. See, now I have to see which one of these are darker, because they might be cheating me. I don't want to get cheated by them. Let's see. This is the one. Is that one? That's the one that looks the darkest. And this is the other one. Definitely that's a cheating one, because that one is darker. So it'll be this one first. So I had them in the right order. So hi Kellyanne, nice to see you. Hi Bev. Awesome, thank you. And if somebody would share in Color Weirdie Day, that would be really, really great. Hi Anne. Awesome, thank you. So yeah, and welcome Kellyanne. So yeah, I'm just gonna continue like with the flow that we have here. And yeah, it was pretty eventful. My dad's friend, she called him this morning and told him that she couldn't feel half of her face, and that yeah, and he told her to call an ambulance, but she didn't. She went out with her dog and started doing all kinds of things, and then later in the day she called the hospital, and then she went to the hospital now like 2 hours ago or something. Stupid. Now they're gonna keep her. She just called. They think that she had an aneurysm, and you know, like a blood clot. I don't. It's called an aneurysm or something. Yeah, I mean, if you have all those, you're like numb in the half of your face and it's hanging, then you know it's not really a good idea not to call an ambulance immediately. I mean, that's like that's stupid. But she came over with her dog, and she went to the hospital because, yeah. Anyways, definitely gonna have to have a talk with her about, you know, how to handle things like that. It's not very clever to run around all day. You know, she could have made it really a lot worse. Stupid. But anyways, you know, sometimes people are not thinking straight. But yeah, I hope that she will, you know, they think that she had an aneurysm. And they're gonna keep her overnight in the hospital and do some tests and stuff. So I just don't get why she didn't go immediately, you know. I mean, it's crazy. I really think it's crazy. Things like that actually piss me off. Anyways, so yeah, that was a bit eventful. So now we got the dog here. Well, he's often here anyways. It's a little funny one, a little weird one. He does like if I'm in the kitchen, but I haven't been in the kitchen, so I guess he's pretty disappointed with me. I'm not being my normal, interesting self. There are new people who subscribed. We are up on Was it 739 subscribers? So it is moving up there. I just checked before I got on because I wanted to update you guys. 739. Still a long way to go to reach 1,000. And I did get a few in for the freebie, for the giveaway one, but it's going very slow. We need it to go faster. Yeah, it's really scary. I think so, and that's why I was saying to my dad that he had to sort of like, help her, not just like force her. You can't just like let people run loose like that, going out with the dog, that's a bad idea. Exactly, that was, yeah, I'm thinking that is what it is. But anyways, it's a bad thing. But it's worse that she didn't go immediately to the hospital. I mean, that's really crazy in my head. So stuff like that can make me really angry because it's not right, and somebody should have made her. I didn't know that she wasn't in the hospital before until she showed up here like, what, and a half hour ago or something with the dog. And I was like, what are you doing? And she could hardly talk. The one side of her face was kind of paralyzed. And she's like, yeah, but I called the hospital and made an appointment, and they said to come at this hour, and it's like stupid. But yeah. So yeah, it's crazy. I'll have to talk with her and try to explain to her how important it is to react to stuff like that straight away, not like, I mean, she did call my dad, but of course he's just, I mean, he could have been like a little bit more pushing her to, but anyways, yeah, people are strange sometimes. I just hope she'll be all right, and it didn't hurt her anymore that, that she didn't go immediately. So yeah, so I'm hoping that it will be okay. I mean, I'm hoping that if something like that one happens to me, that I'll have some people around me that will take care of me and help me. Because quite clearly you need that. You really need that. So yeah, I'm just moving along with this. It's got funky hair, this one. I mean, this might be from the back braid or something out here because it looks like the hair up there. I don't know. I don't know what I was thinking when I drew this. I don't know what I was thinking. Yeah. So, but yeah, I just hope she'll be all right. She's normally, I mean, that's also scary to hear that somebody had that happen, especially when you think about how unhealthy I am. Shit, she's healthy. I'm not healthy. Damn. Anyways, enough talk about stuff like that. It worries you and gets you in a bad place when you start to worry about everything. So yeah, and I know that Victoria was going today when they came by for the clothes. They were going to the experimentarium, her favorite place. So they were actually going out there, which was pretty cool. I bet they will have had lots of fun there. We were meeting some friends out there. So I guess they were happy that she had the car to go there, because it's expensive to go there. But she had told them that she has the card. I wish we had the Sue card. I really want her to have the Sue card. I told her to ask my dad to give it to her for one of those presents that they missed, so that she can have the Sue card so we can go there as well. That would be really neat. So yeah, so it's looking good so far. So yeah, it was strange. I didn't upload anything on the yet. I'll have to upload after the Weirdie, the next Weirdie. Well, there is already the one for tomorrow is uploaded, but I was just like so busy with those videos that I had to just focus on them only. It's really, really a lot of beautiful color from the whole month of January. And remember, even that, I already did the videos and everything. If you still are coloring, please post them so that we can all enjoy and see them. And do remember, grab the January ones ASAP, because I will be deleting them from PayHip so that they will be gone and you won't be able to get them for free anymore. So while they're still at 0+, where you can get them for free or add a little tip if you want to give me some extra support, then go get them now, because I will be deleting all the ones from January very soon. So this is sort of your warning to remember to get them before they're gone, because now it will be filling up with February Weirdies. We will be having a party on my PayHip shop. So we are into February. We're already on the 3rd of February, which means this is actually pretty much the 34th day of coloring. Hi, Carol Saunders. Nice to see you, and welcome to the party. Our little daily Weirdie party, where I color the Weirdie of the day. Sometimes if I don't color, we've had a guest host twice, Tine. She has colored also when I've had a day off. But out of the last 34 days, I've colored 32 nights. And the ones where I had a day off, I colored them the next day in the daytime. So it is a Weirdie a day. The Weirdies are my drawings that I did, and I made 12 books, one for each month, with a Weirdie for each day in each month. And now we're just taking them from one end, from 1st of January, and we are coloring a Weirdie a day this year. And then we'll see. I'm drawing a new set of Weirdies where I'm like actually over 1/3 in on that set of 366, another 12 books, and they will probably be the next Weirdies. They're the new generation Weirdies, and if you want to preview some of those, then it's on my Patreon page, because there I will be coloring for those 12 new books for the covers. So there's a chance to catch some of the brand new ones. So far, I think I've colored, started coloring on the Patreon last Friday, and I've colored 8 so far with yesterday. And of course, my Patreons get access to those pages so that they can color them before anybody else gets them. Because it's not just for the new Weirdies, it's for a lot of my other books that I'm coloring for covers. So there's both mandala books and Weirdie dollar books and Weirdies, and there'll be frame books, and there'll be pattern books, and there'll be Easter books, and there'll be, yeah, everything that I'm coloring. It will be on there. And so that's a good thing. You have the smoke to come out of his mouth. Yeah, that would be cool. That could be fun. Oh yeah, that could be it actually. That could be. That is very, yeah, Bev. You're right about that. That was sort of like a the one that changes into a butterfly, wasn't it? I think so. I don't remember what it's called now. This is pretty. This is pretty, pretty, pretty. So yeah, I should probably smoke a cigarette. That's probably good for me. So yeah, I was actually planning to also color on the Patreon after, but it sort of depends when I finish. If I will make it or not. Caterpillar, yeah, a caterpillar. Caterpillar, caterpillar, caterpillar. Yeah, sometimes I have to say a word a few times. Try to get my mouth around it. So this is looking really good. It's a smooth one. It's a very smooth one. So yeah, I would be busy here. I'm so happy I got all of the videos done. Of course, do not rush to go see them now. But it's really nice. They are looking great. And so there's something for everyone. And we're almost up on, what was it in days? Now I forgot it again. This is 61 days of hours watched. 61 days watched on the YouTube. Which means we still need to make 105 days watched before the 20th, so that I don't lose my ability to upload the big videos. Sometimes I'm doubting that I'm gonna make it, but I have to believe. I have to believe it. It's going slow, but let's just hope that with all of us together and all your great help, that I'll get there. I really hope so. I really hope so. But it's not, time flies. 17 days less. So please comment on the giveaway post so that they gain more exposure and more people see them, so that they get on top of those pages, so that people can get the lovely dollar if they follow the steps. And hopefully that will bring in more subscribers, and especially here in the weekend, it's the best time to bump it up, because there's more people who's actually on and will see it. I hope. I'm hoping. Yeah. I have a lot of other stuff. I have a lot of drawings and a big works and a lot of stuff on YouTube. I have a big channel. I have over 700 videos, I think. It's just I never really promoted it because I more used the links and stuff to put in other places, and embed the videos. And now I really need a lot of subscribers if I'm gonna keep my status, and my privileges of being able to do the things that I'm doing. So yeah, that's pretty desperate. Pretty desperate. I'm desperate. I'm desperate. YouTube makes me desperate. But it's still a lot. I mean, I need 739 subscribers, so that means I still need 261 more. And it's going really, really slow. So if the rate doesn't pick up or some miracle happens, somebody gets a whole school to subscribe or something like that, then yeah, I don't know. I don't know where to ask for help, because I think I asked everybody that I know to help me. And it's actually funny that there's no more that are actually helping, so it's interesting. But I guess, you know, people have a life and they don't want to be bothered. It would just be so nice. I don't know, Bev. I'll add you. It's best to send me, I mean, to get on the giveaway, because everybody will get, for subscribing, the PDF as a gift, as a thank you. So, but you have to PM me so that I can answer the PM. If you subscribe, then you have to PM me with the name you subscribed with. And then I'll send you the PDF. So everybody has to sort of, because for me, if I just send out a lot of unsolicited messages, then Facebook will also think that that is spam. So it's best if you send me one first and then I answer it. It's just to be safe. I'll rather be safe than sorry on this Facebook thing. So yeah, this one is gonna be a great one. It's gonna be funky, 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 funky. Maybe it's going to a party or something. There's a bit of a party streak in this hairdo. I mean, that must have taken a long time to get done like that. See, this it seems like a light purple. This is funky. Funny, funny, funny. So yeah. So my dad has the dog because he has to watch her dog while she's in the hospital. Guess who will have to walk the dog? Yeah. I'll get the pleasure of walking him, I think, because my dad's shoulder is bad. So it's easy to say yes to babysit the dog if you're not the one who's going to be walking it. So I guess I'll have to go out with the little monster thing. It's not a bad dog. It goes ballistic when she goes out with it. It wants to fight all other dogs. Totally hysteric. But I haven't had any issues. I think she's not. I think because, you know, she's just not very good at handling it, and she's not in charge. It's more like the dog is in charge. So, and then I think she's nervous and worried, and the dogs can feel if you're nervous and worried that something will happen, and then the dog will be more defensive and more alert, and then more stuff like that will happen. I just tried to explain to her that it's not the dog, it's a energy that you give out that will affect how the dog acts. Because if he feels that she's insecure, then he will be more insecure and more in a protective mode of her. And I don't really think she's understood it. But, you know, I will see how it goes when I walk with him. She says that everybody who walks with him have problem. But I don't know. I mean, I've only walked with him a couple of times. And those times I didn't have any problems with him. But of course I also, yeah, maybe I didn't meet a lot of dogs or something, I don't know. Or I don't remember meeting any dogs. I remember making it very clear for him that I was walking him and he was not walking me. Because dogs need to know that. It's a very important thing for them to know who's in control when you're walking with them. Because if they do not know that, then they will take charge, especially because he's a terrier type. So he's a very bossy little dog, if you let him. So yeah, I'm not really into walking dog. It's not sort of a thing that I'm craving at the moment. I don't want to go out, and especially I don't want to go out in the middle of the night. And it will be in the middle of the night when I'm done. So I don't want to walk the dog. I didn't promise to take care of it. But yeah, I'll have to go out for a short round with it. But it was out just before she came. So I'm thinking maybe he can hold it. I'm hoping that he can hold it. He has just been out before he came. So, hi Carol, nice to see you. And anybody of you who has subscribed already before the giveaway, you just send me a message saying that you subscribed already, and then I'll send you your PDF. You will of course also get the PDF. So you just send me a message, and you will also, when you send me that message, you will be entered with a ticket. Like I make a little note that I put in the bowl for the bonus draw that I will make if I get the 1,000 subscribers that I need. Then I'll make a bonus draw where it will be a book signed by me and a set of the woodless, 24 set of the woodless Progresso pencils, because they're my favorites. So there is a carrot. So this is supposed to be lavender. Lavender. It actually looks lavender. Happy about that. So it's actually going very well. This color, it's a good one. It is what it claimed to be. So yeah, and the froggy is doing the froggy dance. I'm happy with that little froggy. So yeah. We're starting a long week. And tomorrow Victoria will be back late. Tomorrow I can sleep long. Well, oh shit, the dog. No, I'm definitely gonna sleep long. You'll have to make the dog pee on the balcony or something, I don't know. Ugh. It's just, I'm used to big dogs, small dogs, but I guess, he can just do with around the building or something. I don't have to walk for hours with him. He just needs to go out a bit. I hate going out the door when I don't have to. But I guess in this case I do have to. I have to. So yeah, I'm a little bit not in the mood for the dog. Thank you. It's the chameleons, but you know those, don't you, as well? You also use the chameleons. They're really nice, also for just flat coloring. It doesn't have to be all the blending and all that with them. They're beautiful for coloring flat coloring. I'm a flat colorist. And they're easy to control and get in everywhere. I really enjoy them. And I enjoy the tips. They don't have a chisel. I actually kind of like that because I never use the chisel unless I'm running out of ink. Then the chisel is a good trick. They have this one that is sort of a sharply pointed brush kind of thing. And then on the other hand, they have this that is more like the regular felt tip. Oops, yeah. And then they have this chamber of the clear ink blender, and then you can, you know, mix them and go from light to dark. And then there's the color tops, which I also have, and I haven't taken them out and played with them yet. I will at some point. And the color tops are all the colors, but to blend with, so that you can go from one color to another. And yeah, it's pretty cool. The same as when I show you the trick of the tip to tip, just a more professional way of doing it. So here we go, here we go, here we go. Here we go, here we go. So I'm gonna go here, that little one there. Yeah, do that. Check. So yeah, I'm looking forward to you guys seeing those videos and commenting on them and saying how great they are. Well, it's just great to see everybody's work. I did leave mine out of them because I already did a video with mine. So, I mean, mine doesn't have to be in everything. So, I didn't put mine in there. So this goes down here. This is pretty cool. It's a cool one. This one's there, this one's there. So yeah. Best part about these is that I actually also have the refills, which means that if I run out of ink, I should be able to fill them up again. So that is a good thing. Next color up. Next color up. They do. Oh. See you, Kelly. It was nice to have you in here. Bye. These are the chameleon color tones. Chameleon color tones pens. So so yeah, these are pretty. All of the chameleons look the same. So if they didn't look like these, then they weren't chameleons. They're quite long. They also have a nice weight. They're nice to color with. And then you can do that blending, graduation, where you go from light to dark. So you can get a lot of tones from one color. And then with these, the color tones, you can also go from one color to another color, which is pretty neat. Some special tops to use with it, where you have all the colors and the color tops as well. That is supposed to facilitate the color to color blending. And I will do it, but I want to have like something where there's a longer I mean, it has to be a drawing that fits for the purpose, I think. And so far, I really don't think I've had any that I found perfect for it. So, but I will do it at some point. We have lots of time and lots of drawings, so we won't be running out of things to try on. Or things to try. So yeah, I'm just moving along with this. So this one I think is the vivid green. Or is it? No, this is the evergreen. Evergreen. The other was the aquamarine. Aquamarine. And this is evergreen. So yeah. They do dry up also lighter than when they first come on. So yeah. And which other ones? The style files? Or when did I color with them? Bev. If it's not the chameleons, it can be the tiger ones, it could be the Faber-Castell, the style file, the Letraset Pro, it could be the Sig Clean Brush, or the Pit Brush, the big brush, and Sharpies, I've had those out too. I've had quite a lot of different ones out. So now it's full circle soon. Let's go up here first. Yeah. And Victoria's going to that birthday tomorrow at 2 o'clock, and then it's supposed to finish at 5, and then they'll be taking her home. They'll be coming by here with her, the birthday girl and her dad. So that's perfect for me because it was pretty far away, far too far away for me. So I'm happy that they're coming with her. But they have to go to Ahmad. It's on their way to their house to pass by here, so that's great. It's great that they will do that. So I'm happy with that. They're going to something called X-Jump. It is sort of a place full of, like, I think trampolines and stuff you can jump on, and yeah, it's supposed to be fun. I hope she doesn't get hurt. Because he called today, he needed her birthday, and because he has to sign some disclaimer for them that he's taking full responsibility for the girls while they're there. Okay, so my leg won't lift up over the other one right now because I'm wearing my shoes, of course. Ah, Sharpies. I don't think there are that many different colors in Sharpies. I don't know, because they're not really, I haven't seen very many here in Denmark. They might be different if you are outside of Denmark. There might be more selection in the US. But here it's all the same. Not that interesting. I would like to have like a lot of different colors in the Sharpies because they're nice to work with. And since my sense of smell is not the best in the whole world, I don't really get that bothered by the smell. There are some advantages to being a heavy smoker, I guess. They're not many, but they're there. As long as you can be a bit sarcastic about it. I guess that doesn't hurt either, as long as you can have fun with your small deficiencies. So yeah, moving on, moving on, moving on, moving on. 2 different sets. I think, yeah, I had, you know, I don't think that there's that many colors, different colors, but there isn't in the Tiger Twin markers that I'm using either. And since, you know, I'm usually very rainbowy, then I don't really need, but I like to have many colors. I don't need, but I like. But I do also like to sometimes go crazy and have a lot of colors in a picture. And do like him, yeah. So I do like to have big sets with lots of choice. Also to be able to mix it up a bit sometimes, you know, go crazy a little bit. We all like crazy, it's fun. So yeah. There's music on the street. It's just some car with a big stereo that is parked in front of 7-Eleven. So it's usually not really music on the street. It's just somebody who just likes to entertain the whole world, not keep their music to themselves. But I don't really mind that, you know. It sort of keeps the street alive in some way. Unless they're parked there for like hours, then it's not really, it can be quite annoying. But usually they're not, because they only park there for the time that it takes to go in and buy something in 7-Eleven. So I can deal with that. So yeah, it's good and good. This is a good one. So yeah, I'll probably see if I can do, I'll probably be doing a mandala if I do something on Patreon today, because I'm close to finishing. Well, I've done 6, so I just need to do 4 more, and then I can actually publish that mandala book. So I'd like to finish up the colorings for the cover there. So then after that we move on more to get more of the Weirdie dollars finished. But in between I'll be putting in some of the new generation Weirdies, bit by bit. Bit by bit. So they are getting in there. And this was where, I remember I did that, because I just got outside there. I remember that I was able to lift off when I made a problem last time, that this chameleon actually worked perfectly well with lifting off the color. When I made a mistake. Yes, it did. I remember I tried it with the Letroset Pro Markers, or the Style Files, another set, and there it couldn't lift it off, but this the chameleon one could lift it off quite well. So I like that. So I like that ability. It's a nice ability to have. I'm not gonna do anything inside the white here, because I might add some eyes or something in there. So I'm just gonna do it like this. Then we'll see what happens later, what I think shall go on there. Because that's just how I roll. This is how I'm rolling today. We'll go here. Yeah, pretty orange. Pretty orange. I already did that one. And then I have these up here. So the 3rd of February. Before we know it, it's gonna be later and later. And 48 different colors. Well, that's quite a lot. Okay. Hi, Candice. Nice to see you. Awesome, Candice. Yeah, usually what I do is that I put a number on myself. Exactly. I think so. I think you're perfectly right about that. That the special edition sets just have the regular colors and then maybe one or two that is different, or five. The other ones are just the same. I don't know. Well, I don't get the special edition sets a lot here. I've only ever bought one set. It was on sale in one shop. But I don't get out that much. So I don't really get in the shops that much. So I'm probably not the most informed. I'm gonna go on here. It's a nice one. So we got this going, then we got these going here. And I did not draw today because since 10 o'clock I was sitting in front of the computer. I had big plans for a bath, in the bathtub. Now that I'm, Victoria free, then I could have the bathtub to myself. But then I sat down in front of the computer and I started going through all the images and preparing images for the videos. And then I thought, okay, I'm going to do the first one and da-da-da. And then I thought, no, I'm just going to continue and take the crack. Like crack the nut. I don't know what it's called. Because it's just waiting. And it ain't doing itself. It really isn't. So I just said, okay, I'm just gonna do a long haul and get this done with the videos. And because I always also been really looking forward to making them and seeing all the colors at the same time and everything. So the longer you wait, the more annoying it is. So I thought now it's a good time. And then I just started. And before I knew it, I looked at the clock and it was 6 o'clock. So I've been sitting for over 8 hours doing videos. So I had to go to the kitchen and I made myself a sandwich, a toast with a ham and cheese. And then I got back working on the videos. And then when I was done with everything, then it was time to go on here. So that's what I did today. Work. All work, no play, no fun. Now, it was fun because, I enjoy what I do. So for me, it is fun to make the videos. It is something that makes me happy. So when you can combine those two things, then it's a great thing. So yeah. So I did have a good time with that. And we got this one. So yeah, time just flies, like if you're sitting doing video work and working with the images and everything, and then time just all of a sudden passes by really quickly. Because I thought, well, at least it's early. I've started at 10, so I'll have the whole day and I can do lots of different things. I'll just do these videos quickly and then I'll do something else before I go live tonight. And then, boom, time had passed. And I was ready to actually go on with the live video. So yeah, but now I got it done. I got so much done. So that's also really nice. And then I'm caught up with that so that it's not something that's just hanging there. because all the time there's new stuff to do, and then, you know, if you leave it too long, then you'll forget about it and not get it done at all. So now it's done, and you guys can see all the videos on YouTube, and I'll try to upload them onto Facebook little by little. But of course, it's great if you watch them on YouTube and throw me likes on it, and we need action on that YouTube, so we need more subscribers, or even share it from YouTube, then there's more people who watch it. So yeah, I need that YouTube up and running, up and running, up and running. Oh, you got them today. How are they? You love them? Oh, Candice, I'm happy to hear that. Oh, you can't handle the chemical smell. Then you should try the Sick Clean brush that I have. They're water-based, and the Faber-Castell Artist Pit pens, they're also water-based. So no smelling there. Woohoo for oh hoo hoo. Yeah. Why are you happy that you're not working in the book today, Julie? Is it not going your way today? Sometimes I have days where everything goes wrong. Or it's just like where you feel like, oh my God, can't get any worse. So I think, yeah, after this, I will most likely make a video for the Patreon, because I probably won't make one tomorrow unless I make one during the daytime. It sort of depends what fits in during the daytime, but I might make one during the day. So I'll probably try to make one after this, depending on how late it gets before I'm done, because tomorrow I can sleep. I'll probably just take a doggy for a walk around the block before I go to sleep or something. I don't wanna. I really don't wanna. I hate going out when it's night. I hate going outside when it's dark, actually. I like to stay inside. That's why I don't have a dog anymore. And besides, when I did have my dog was a 60-kilo bull mastiff. I could go outside anytime and anywhere. I had 60 kilo of pure muscle with me. I had my bodyguard with me. So I was scared to go nowhere. But this little thing, I don't really, I mean, it's not like a dog where you feel safe walking with it, you know. It's just a little thing that barks hysterically. It's sort of got that, ew, it pinches in the ears when it barks. It's a nice dog, but it's not the kind of dog that I sort of like to hang out with. I like big, massive dogs that I can sort of, you know, that you can step on without hurting them. Fall over without them being crushed or something. And I'm used to a dog where I feel safe walking on the street with it. Well, we all have those days where we keep messing up, Julie. And sometimes that is a good thing too. I always stay up till 3:30 a.m. That's my normal go to bed hour. I used to go to bed between 2 and 3 always. Between 2:30 and 3:30, yeah, that's normal for me. But now that, you know, I get up at 6:30 with my daughter, Then I like to go to bed before 1. And I've actually, when I was sick, I was able to fall asleep when I had the fever, but I don't have a fever anymore. So I'm no longer sleepy. I had a period where I was just constantly falling asleep. Just like it wasn't even that long ago, but it feels long ago now, since I'm no longer constantly falling asleep. I'm so happy about that. It was horrible. I was just sleeping on the sofa, and just all the time feeling like I had sand in my eyes or something because I was just sleepy, sleepy, sleepy head. But that's luckily over now. Now I'm back to myself. My energy is back. So I think I went to bed because after I finished up some things with the videos downloading, and I think I went to bed at 5:30, something like that. Yesterday, 5:30 a.m. So yeah, that was heavy. But I got up at 10. I got up 9:30. I had to get dressed and all that. And then I've been working ever since. So I'm getting something out of my weekend, because normally I won't have time to do all this in the weekend because I'm spending the time with Victoria. So now that she's not home, then I'm getting a lot of the things done that I had to do. So taking full use of the time is a good thing. And then we'll see, maybe if one of the weekdays, maybe I'll see Joseph. I don't know. I think it's turning out really pretty. I really love this. I think that has worked out really well in this one. But I would like to be able to publish the mandala book this month, so that the guys who also get the books on Patreon get something. So I want to finish that mandala one. I want to finish the coloring for the cover. And I also have to do there's another big project I have with some video. But this is a secret one because it's a surprise for someone special. And I just got all the material for those videos, for that video today. So I also have to make that probably tomorrow. I hope so. I'll get that done tomorrow so that it's done and I don't have it lying around waiting. So I get the things done, which is always nice. I love the nights too. I'm not a morning person either, Carol. Nighthawk. Good thing is that you're not in the book. That's the brilliant thing about the PDFs, that you can print it again. And do it over. This is looking really nice. It's taking shape quite fast. So yeah, it's a good one. It's a good one. I'm looking forward to the one tomorrow also. Oh my God. I just love it. It just reminds me of that sloth face. I really like that. I really like it. It's looking pretty. Pretty, pretty, pretty. So yeah. Boom. Boom, boom, boom. This is actually going to look like it hangs together there. So we got that. It was because I got up at 6:30. I was up since 6:30. I was almost up for 24 hours. And I had had a really busy day because I'd been running around. You know, I'd been out to that center and everything. So, yeah, it was a long, long day. So then you get really tired. I was tired in the end, but I slept well when I went to sleep. So that's good. It's all good. Today I'll probably not get that tired because I did sleep until 9:30. But yeah, I went to bed at 5:30. So I still didn't sleep that many hours. But today I was just working all day. I wasn't running around outside getting stressed. I mean, yesterday I also had like a kind of panic attack because of going out there. So I was way more tired. But it was also because the first one yesterday took like 3 hours, over 3 hours, and the second one also took over 3 hours. So they were both very long. And this one is not gonna take that long. And the mandala won't take that long either. I don't have it uploaded yet, so you guys don't even have it. But I will do that quickly. It won't take too long. But I like to get the things done while I can. Because sometimes if, for instance, Victoria's here, and I also know that next week, not this week that's coming, but the week after, I'll be going to visit Tine with Victoria. We'll be leaving on a Monday and coming back on a Thursday. So I might not be on as much and get as much done. I'll, of course, get the color Weirdie day done because I'm going to do that with Tina, I think. We're going to be doing it together in the evenings. So, but I might not be able to get everything done as much as I am here at home. And we'll be there, from Monday to Thursday. And so, yeah. I'm looking forward to going there. I got the train ticket. It's going to be fun to meet Tina and to meet her daughter, Mille. I'm looking very much forward to that, and I think we'll have a great time. I have to figure out what to pack now. Now is the time to panic about packing. So, yeah, I'll probably also have to get some washing done. Hi, Beverly. Oh, it keeps freezing. Okay. Did you try to restart? Yeah, we'll probably be doing something together. I would think so. Because I'll be visiting her with Victoria. So it's going to be fun. I'll be bringing my camera, I think. I'll probably also be bringing the laptop. And I will probably be uploading, if there's any Patreon pages, I'll be uploading them before. I'll also be uploading the video a day beforehand so that I have less stuff that I have to do. I'll probably be waiting with the speed videos until I get home. So yeah. That will be, we'll find out how I do everything. But of course there will be color Weirdie day. But I might have to take a little break those days on the Patreon. Unless maybe Tina will be coloring a little bit with me also there. I also want to be a good guest and not be busy with all this all the time while we are having our little mini vacation. So we'll have fun, that's for sure. Yeah, it's strange with how one day is a good for one and one day is a bad for other. It must be the individual connections or the areas or something like that that is, because I've also sometimes had problems seeing live videos from others where I just kept cracking up or turning around, and it's just so frustrating. It's such a frustrating feeling. It's so annoying, and you get so like, you kind of get stubborn about it, but it just doesn't, nothing seems to work if it's just not going. It's really annoying, really, really annoying. So this is gonna be pretty. I think this is gonna be a very pretty one. I hope Victoria is having a great time. She's going to be taking a break from her little friend. She told me that the friend that she usually goes to visit maybe a couple of times a week or once a week or something, that she thinks that she doesn't want to see him for some time, that she thinks he's being weird. So she said that if he asks for play date, then she doesn't want one. So yeah, that's it. So we talked a bit about that, and I understand her. And if she doesn't want a play date, then that's it. She already said that she doesn't want him to come here because she thinks it's more difficult to play here than at his mom's house. But now she said she doesn't want to have any more play dates at the moment. She wants to have a break because it's too much. He's too much for her to handle. So that's good that she can say that she say, no, now I just, I need a break. So that's good. I think his mom will probably be a little bit disappointed, but I'll just have to be honest about it. And that's all I can do, But Victoria is good at saying those things to me. She always tells me everything, and we talk about it, and then, she knows that she can come and say, well, I don't want to play with that one. And she also said, because last week, there was one day where the mother of a friend of hers, a girl that she used to play with, she called me and said, like in the morning, and said, hey, do you want me to bring Victoria to school, because I'm going to be walking by you anyways when I'm going with my daughter. Then I can take her along so that you don't have to go. And I was like, yeah, cool, great, I like that. So I was just, we got ready, and all I had to do is send her down when they rang the doorbell. And then she walked with them. But obviously that was not a good idea, because when Victoria came back, she told me that she didn't want to do that again, because she's tired of that girl and she don't want to play with her anymore, and she don't want to walk with them because the girl is being, I don't know, being annoying or something, or teasing, I don't know. Something is not going well. So anyway, so maybe it's good that she changed class, so she's not in class with them anymore. She's got new class with the new people, so then she will get a natural break from the other ones. I think maybe because that girl has been really bossy with Victoria, and Victoria's just now more starting to say no, and like holding her own and saying, well, I don't want to play with people who boss me around or act weird, or so she's getting more her own will. But I've also been very much talking with her about it, that sometimes, if she gets sad about the other kids, then it's also, she has to also take responsibility for a situation and say, no, I don't want to play this, or no, I don't want to play with you, or whatever. Instead of just being so nice and friendly and saying yes to everything. Yeah, I think you probably can't, because it takes too much of the bandwidth if you're doing both. So that might have an effect on it. So you can't rack up hours while you're watching me live. Maybe I should start sending live from Facebook. Then I'll get more views. No, I think it's best that we keep Color Weirdie here where it is, so that there's no confusion of where to find it. Oops. So this is looking pretty. It's developing quite rapidly and beautifully, and I'm loving the chameleons. And now I had some times where I didn't use them. So, and I don't know if you all have this plan that I'm going to send both to Chameleon and to Stylefile links to the speed videos where I'm actually using their pens, to see if they want to like sponsor me a bit in the Color Weirdie day. Because Color Weirdie day is not like set out to be, it's made so that everybody can get the drawings for free if they want. So it's not set out to be a profit-making machine or something, because it's set out that everybody can participate, if they, of course, have the ability to print. And yeah, then I know that some people will say, "Oh, I don't have a printer." Yeah, but then you can have it printed in a print shop, and there are possibilities. Maybe you know somebody with a printer who will print it for you, or there are ways. But that's the best I can do to make the pages available. And I think that that's a pretty good thing, that it's possible to get them. Of course, I do appreciate getting a tip once in a while, because that just makes the finances work out a little bit better for me. With a small tip, can do a lot of a difference. But I want it to be for also those who cannot afford to buy it or to tip. So that's my principle. I know that quite a few people said, "Oh, but you shouldn't do it for free. Just take maybe 10 or 20 cents for the page, just a little bit." And I'm saying then my whole idea of what Color Weirdie is about is gone, because Color Weirdie is for everyone, also those who can't afford it. So yeah, that would ruin the whole principle in what I'm doing. So I'm not going to do that. Yeah, her boyfriend is, but the other one was just her friend. Her boyfriend is in the new class. She doesn't have a problem with him at all. He's always nice. They've been, good since 0th grade, since they started in school together. I think they had been in school together like a month or something. And they've been boyfriend, girlfriend ever since. That's what they call it. So boyfriend. In the beginning, he did have quite a few girlfriends, more or less the whole class. But it seems that his mom says, well, I don't think that he's got any other girlfriends anymore. We laugh at it a lot, because I remember once I was like, we were walking home from the after school thing. I had picked her up, and then his mom was coming on the bicycle to pick him up. and we had to change the day that they were going to play because they had a play date, and we had to change the day from Saturday to Sunday or something like that. And the mom said, okay, but I'll tell Sophus. It's called Sophus. And Victoria was like, no. I think it's better that I tell him that tomorrow, And she's like, okay, I don't want to step on anyone's toes here. And we're just laughing because they're like really funky. I mean, they're really sweet, with the drawings for each other, and him, taking if he's got his candy, then he takes a piece out that he thinks that Victoria will like, and he'll bring it on a Monday to school for her. And yeah, they're really sweet. And it's just been like that since they met. And I guess that's fine, it's very innocent. It's cool. And when she goes to visit them, she plays a lot also with his little sister, who's like 3. And she's a really cute little one. Victoria likes the little ones. Exactly the library too. So, yeah, and he's intelligent, and he's nice when he comes to visit. He's a well-trained, like a polite and intelligent and nice kid. He's like Victoria, a nice kid, but he does have a temper. And I have heard that there has been lots of problems in the school, particularly with him, and especially towards some of the girls who might have been a little bit manipulative or bullying towards Victoria. He has not been very nice to those girls, because if anybody sort of does anything that makes her sad, then he's like her little warrior. And it's like I told her, you have to tell him that he has to stop. He can't be mean to the other kids or violent, because I heard that he had been violent to some of the kids because he was, annoyed with how they were treating her, and that's just not okay. And I told her, you have to tell him that that's not okay. But, the teachers are having a handle on that. And I think his mom is also, talking with him about it. That he has to sort of relax a little bit more. So, yeah. But besides from that, then he's a nice kid. Just besides that little fact that he gets really angry if somebody is not nice to Victoria. And I mean, I like the fact that he gets angry if somebody's not nice to Victoria. That's fine that he doesn't, that he wants to protect her and everything. But, there's a way to do it and a way not to do it. And the way that he has done it a couple of times have not been okay. Definitely not been okay. And especially when you think about how small they really are. I mean, I think it was more last year that he was I think he stopped. But there was a couple of incidents that were quite serious last year. And I didn't even know that, I didn't even know that it had anything to do with Victoria, because I'm in the contact parents group, and the one girl's mother contacted us because she was having issues and she thought that her daughter was being bullied in school. And she had had an incident where she was physically attacked in school by a boy. But she didn't say which boy, because she didn't want to say who it was. Only that she had talked with the parents and she had talked with the teachers and everything. And I didn't know that it was that boy, because I could never imagine that he would do anything like that he would actually be violent towards one of the other kids. So I was really shocked, and I didn't know who it was about. And then when I came home, I said, because Victoria's friend with that girl, And I asked Victoria, have you ever noticed anybody bullying her? And she says, no. But then I said, did you see this? The parents are saying that somebody was violent towards her and actually, you know, like attacked her violently. And she said, yeah, that was Sophus. I said, what? And she said, yeah, it's because, you know, he was getting frustrated because she wasn't being nice with me and she was yelling at me all the time, and then he just like jumped at her, but he didn't really hurt her. Nothing happened. And then I was like, what? I didn't know anything, you know, because the mom didn't say who it was. And of course, I don't even think that they probably didn't even know the reason behind it. That was just Victoria that knew. And I was like, that's not cool. I mean, that's definitely not cool. So, but they had like extra attention on the situation with him, and it seems that he's calmed down and understood that that's not the way to react. Even if somebody is bullying the person that you like the most in class, then you can't just like do that. You can't just. It's strange. So yeah, that worried me a bit, because I was thinking, what if he gets angry with her then? I mean, even that he's a little one still, you know, what if he all of a sudden gets angry with her? Is he then gonna attack her too, or something like that? But I think that maybe, you know, those incidences were brought a little bit out of, you know, that they were made bigger than they actually were. I'm hoping. I'm really hoping. Because when Victoria tells about them, it seems that it wasn't that serious or that it wasn't that bad. And, you know, usually parents will overreact. And I would definitely overreact if somebody attacked Victoria. I would overreact 120,000 times, because that's just the kind of mom I am. I would overreact in the moment, and then afterwards I would probably try to sort of research a bit from both sides and find out what was actually maybe the main issue, or what it came of. I think I would do that. I didn't really talk with his mother about it. But if there is any more incidences at some point, then I will definitely talk to his mom about it. What we can do about it together, maybe, you know, if we can do something to help the situation. I mean, and that's also why I'm thinking, like, it's funny that they actually put the two of them in the same class, because it might have been good for him to not be in the class with her, if he gets such strong reactions if somebody's bullying her, because that might be a little bit excessive. But I think there was a time where she didn't even want to go to the after, because there was always like 3 or 4 people, kids. They had to, when they went from school to the after, they had to hold hands 2 and 2, and there was always 3 or 4 that wanted to hold her hand. And like she said, I only have one hand. I can only hold hands with one. And it would be nice if they can just switch days, so that one day I hold the hand of one and another day the other one, and then they don't have to fight about it. Or, you know, then, you know, maybe one, if she said, well, you know, I held your hand yesterday, so today I'm gonna hold the hand of this one on the way, then they would be angry or crying, and she would feel bad. And that's why I said to her, you have to say stop. You don't let them bully you like that. But then she was like, well, I don't want to go to the after them. Then the problem is fixed. That was her solution, to not go at all. And now, well, she's not going because I'm angry with the after. So, but yeah, that's and I'm so happy to hear that she's you know, more like saying, no, I don't want to see that person, or I don't want to play with that person right now because it's too much. So I'm happy that she's finding a little bit of her own voice, um, and saying it's over, or I don't want to listen, or something like that. So yeah, long story. Little people have big problems too. So little people. I think I'm gonna take this one, the turquoise. No, not the turquoise. Mm, I wanted more like the blue one. No, it will have to be the turquoise. I think I'm gonna make the turquoise in here. Um, yeah, because it's up there. It's good. Yeah, just here, so that it's just not those two blank spots. So yeah, little people have big problems also. Uh, and I'm actually thinking, with the way that they put out the kids, um, that they did it to accommodate the teachers. And since that one, she's volatile, the one in Victoria's new class, because she broke down after 1 hour with the kids, with Victoria's old class. And she dropped teaching them in English because she couldn't handle them, and she started crying after the first class she had with them. So I'm thinking that the strategy they went for was to maybe give her the easy kids, you know, the kids who just do everything the right way and don't make problems. Because I know from the teachers that that's what Victoria does. And I also know that her little boyfriend also is one of those kids who doesn't really normally make problems. And he's good in class and good at being quiet and learning and all that, because he's quite intelligent. So I'm thinking that maybe that's what they went for, to give her some of the more easy to handle children. And then I think that the Victoria's teacher team, that was the two guys, they got all the really bad ones, the ones that always make lots of trouble, because I can sort of see that the constellation of the class that they have are the more fierce kids who make problems. So I'm thinking that might be how they sort of sorted out the how they were going to be in the different classes. That they took them on the level of easy to handle, easy to handle, and then they had to, of course, yeah. I don't know, but you know, that could be a good sign, because that could be a good sign if they did that, that Victoria actually is in a class where most of them are ready to study and serious, like her. So, you know, that could be good. I'll have to wait and see. We'll have to see, like after a month. That's what we said, me and her. After a month, we'll see how she feels about it, and how it's working out, everything. We'll talk about it again. But of course, every day I'm asking her. So, but I think she's very. She'll adapt quickly. Um, so yeah, well, I'm loving that. This gonna go round there. Oh, I love it, love it. Says I don't even know what to call it. Caterpillar, the caterpillar, the wise caterpillar sat on a stone. So this might be the stone. Yeah, the wise caterpillar, Weirdie. But I do think it might be a girly. I'm not sure if it's a girly or a boy. I mean, a boy could also have long braids. It's been seen before. It's been seen before. It's looking lovely. Yeah. So yeah. Hello. Hello, Beth. Weirdie of yesterday that you did in the book looked really great. Men
Jeg går ned med ham. Jeg vil se,
går du ned med ham nu?
Ja, jeg må have noget tøj på. Jeg skal finde en plastikpose. Jeg vil til scanning og så videre.
Hvad siger de?
Det har jeg ikke fået noget at vide om endnu.
Det kan godt tage tid, jo. Det er ikke rart at ligge der og vente.
Nej, men jeg har sagt, hun skulle bare ringe. Jeg bliver nødt til at gå ned med den hund der.
Du må have ham i den anden hånd.
Ja, jamen, jeg kan have noget som skider og så videre.
Jo, men der er jo poser derude, fryseposer. Ja, ude i skuffen.
Ja, det er det, jeg kommer ud nu.
Okay, well, my dad is gonna go out with the dog. So that's good. Du behøver jo ikke andet end bare lige gå rundt om blokken. Det er jo ikke fordi han skal gå flere kilometer, men. Okay, well, he doesn't listen. Anyways, well, he's gonna go down with the dog. So that's good. Then I won't have to go out while it's dark. Then I can go with him tomorrow. Because this is late for him. Then he can sleep. The dog can sleep. Oh, I feel so sorry for her that she's alone in the hospital. That's horrible. She's waiting for, like, they scanned her and she's not got the results yet. And I feel horrible that she's there alone. That's not nice. Yeah, it's not nice to be in the hospital alone. I know that I could probably go there, but I really don't want to go there. Besides, you know, it's not my friend, it's my dad's friend. Okay, sorry, I just have to help my dad. Come here, Baggy. Jeg tror altså, den er på, som den skal være på nu. Den er på, som den skal være på nu, tror jeg. Ja, rolig. Ja, du skal lige vente. Du skal lige vente, lille ven. Hov. Ikke så hurtigt. Ja, du er fin. Ja. He's a nice little dog. Funny one. A funny little one. You're a funny little one. Yes, you are. Yeah. And your mom is in the hospital. Yeah, you miss her. Yes, you do. I know you do. So yeah, anyways, I just have to wait for my dad because now I put his thing on, this thing, the lead is on. Oops. Yeah, yeah, quite like it. So sorry about that. Set on a mushroom. Well, then this is the mushroom face. This must be the mushroom face down here. This one. It's a big fat one. Hi, Rose. Exactly. Exactly. So I'm just gonna have to wait for my dad so that I can give him the dog in a nice way so that it's all set. Kan du løfte fødderne? Ja, det er fordi den her. Sådan der. Så. Jeg tror, jeg skal rigtig på nu. Jeg har aldrig prøvet sådan en sele før. Hey. Hey. Så sæt det frem. Jeg har en sele på din bukser. Okay, so he left the building. It's funny. I had told my dad that I would go out with the dog when I finished. So there's really no need to go out with him desperately right now. Maybe the dog was farting and being smelly. I don't know. You never know. No, it's because my dad's friend, she had to go to the hospital. So she gave my dad the dog today, a few hours ago. And he's dog sitting. Because she doesn't know when she'll come back. Because she most likely had a blood clot, an aneurysm. I don't know if it's the same. You know, like where some vessel explodes. She had like half her face was numb and she couldn't really. She was talking funny. It actually happened this morning, but she decided to go about her business all day before she actually went to the hospital. And then she came with the dog just 1.5, 2 hours before I went live. And I had thought that she actually was already in the hospital since the morning. But, and I told my dad that I was going to go live and that I would take the dog out after because it had already just been out when she came with it. So I said to him that I would take it out later so he didn't have to go out. But then obviously in the middle of me doing this, he figured out that now the dog needed to walk. So he came in and had taken on all his clothes and everything, and now he's out with the dog. So that's going to be interesting. I mean, I already said that I was going to do it, so he didn't have to. But that's his decision. So now at least I don't have to do it. Now I don't have to do it. Let me see which state he's in when he gets back. Maybe I should have the dog in here for a couple of hours or something. He'll just go to sleep anyway, so oh, that's nice. Well, here in the hospital, you can't bring any animals at all, I think. But no, I don't know. It's just I'm hoping that there will be some news about what they're doing to her or what's going on or something. But of course, I'll help take care of the dog. It's not a bad dog, and it's not the dog's. It's just I don't really like to go out when it's dark outside. It would be different if it was a big dog, then I wouldn't feel bad about going out with us. If it had been my dog, it would be different, but that dog is not gonna like protect you from anything. It's just a little dog. I mean, it just barks. It probably bites too, actually. I've always been a little bit worried that it could be a biter. Well, it actually does bite. Or snaps, It's a snappy little one. But I think it's not really in the category of little dogs, but it's definitely not in my category of big dogs. So it's sort of like a medium. It's not very tall, sort of longish. It's a street dog. She found it she has an apartment or in Italy, and she found it there on the street. So it's a street dog. And then she felt sorry for it, and she brought it to Denmark with the intention of giving it away. I never really understood this thing about finding dogs in other countries and bringing them to your country. There's also like, there's probably not a lot of homeless dogs in Denmark actually, but usually there are also, there's dogs in the pound and everything that needs help, or abandoned dogs that are in some place that needs to be adopted. There are plenty of dogs in each country that needs help. Then why import them? Why not let them get the help in the country where they're in? But anyways, she ended up keeping him because nobody wanted him. Because he fights with other dogs and bites them and stuff. So it's not really an easy dog to give away, because he's charming with he's charming, but he's not nice with the other dogs at all. So he needs a lot of training, and since she's not really good at training him at all, then he is very untrained. And I mean, I don't have any difficulty handling him. He does everything I say. So I mean, it's just the voice you say it in and the way you do things, then the dog will listen. But I feel bad for her that she's in the hospital. So now my dad is out with the dog. And he's been really trying to avoid that, because normally when he babysits for the dog, when he doggy sits, and he does that sometimes when she's at work, and before she goes to work, she'll come with the dog, and then the dog, he's taking care of the dog, and then he'll just be lying next to him sleeping, because he's just watching tele and reading newspapers. That's what my dad does. Watch tele and read newspapers. That's about everything. So then the dog is just lying next to him in the sofa, and that's cool. I think, it's nice with the company. For my dad, that's what I'm thinking. But he normally does not walk him, because she comes and then he gets him, and then he's here for a few hours until she's finished working, and that's mainly like max 6 hours that she's working or something. So then she takes him out when she picks him up. So he's not had him in a situation where he had to walk him, and in those situations where normally he had to walk him or he was here longer, then I walked him. And I was gonna do that today as well. Of course, if he's got a bad arm, and it's his right arm that is bad. No, I'm forgetting. No, it's the lefty. But yeah, but then he decided to go out with it anyways, and then we'll see which state he's in when he gets back. I feel bad for him that he's got that arm. That it is so painful, because you can see that it really is very painful for him. But yeah. Yeah, I found my dog, he was sort of like a mix. Um, and there was like some young guys having him, and they couldn't handle him, and they weren't treating him very nicely. So I took him from them, and they were more than happy to give him up. And he was very, very difficult because he's a bull mastiff. Um, so he was they're very alpha bull mastiffs. They need a very alpha person to they'll constantly test you. They'll constantly try to become in charge of you. So they're definitely not easy. To have a bull mastiff is not easy. It's quite a task. But I'm quite good with dogs naturally, and I loved my dog, and it took me some time to get him to be okay. But in the end, he was really good. He was my good, trusted companion, and I miss him dearly. And I really feel like I know at some point, if I live in a place where I can have a dog, I'll probably have a dog again. I just hate that fact when, the animals you have, it's such a big love, and to lose them is just so painful. And you'll lose them because they usually don't live so long as we do. So all the time that you just have borrowed time with them. Yeah, I hate that. But it's a life, isn't it? It's all on borrowed time with the dogs and cats and all those little furry hairballs that we come to love. It's all on borrowed time. So yeah. But then you always have good things to think back upon, and all the fun stuff you did with them. So yeah, it's definitely worth it. And I do think that it's nice for kids to grow up with having animals around. They have to learn to respect animals. It's very important. Very, very important. But where we live now, we are not allowed to have animals. So it's not possible. Which is kind of sad. There's a lot of people who have animals anyways here, like cats or dogs or... yeah, mine, he was a huge one. Huge bull mastiff. Huge piece of muscle. I mean, poof, he could... I mean, once I was sitting in a place and I had him on a leash, but I had him like tied to the chair. And he just pulled me and the chair and everything with him. Yep, very big dog. A very, very strong dog and a very strong-minded dog. It's definitely a dog where you have to be prepared. It's not a dog for someone who is, you have to be... It is a family dog because it loves family. It loves children. It's great with children. But the problem of a bull mastiff is that a bull mastiff is not aware of how powerful it is. It's not aware of it. It has no idea of the strength that it actually has. So if it's with children, you have to be around and watch it, because it might knock over a child in play, just being playful with the kid. It might you know, just make a twirl with the tail, and all of a sudden the kid is on the, you know, is knocked over. But I think you always have to supervise with small kids and dogs, anyways, to be there and be aware. But I mean, for instance, when Victoria was really small, I had her on the sofa, and I was sitting on the table, and she'd never rolled before, and all of a sudden she rolled on the sofa, and she would have fallen on the floor because there was no way I could make it there to catch her. She would have fallen on the floor if it hadn't been for him, because he was lying right under this, right next to the sofa of where she was lying, and when she rolled, he just got up like half on his legs, not the whole way, just up to where the sofa was, and she rolled onto his back. And then he just stood still, waiting for me to come and pick her up. That was how, I mean, he was incredible. He was really, I also did a big number with, you know, because he was always very jealous if, you know, if I had a boyfriend or, you know, anything, he would always try to go in between. And he was a little bit of a bully. Well, he was a bull mastiff, so he was a bully. And extremely jealous of anybody getting close to me. That was just not, I was not cool with him at all. So I was a bit worried when I was pregnant, you know, I was thinking, shit, what if he's jealous with the kid? Because one thing is being jealous with a grown person who can actually fend for themselves and push him away or something, but a kid can't. So I was a bit worried, and I read up a lot on how to sort of handle a new child and a big dog, and they wrote that you have to, the first diaper with the first pee and shit that they have, that you have to take home to the dog so that he can smell it. And then the first hat, the one that they get on just after they get born, they get a little hat on in the hospital. That one you also have to give the dog so that he already has a familiar smell of the new baby. And I did that. And when I got home with her, I was only home like less than 24 hours before I was hospitalized again. But when I got home with her, I put a blanket, you know, on the floor, and I put her on the floor so that he could smell her and see her, and he was like really careful, and I was of course right next to her. It's not like I let her on the floor alone with him as a newborn baby. It was just, you know, a few seconds so that he could sort of familiarize himself with her. And there was nothing. And after she came, he would just, you know, be next to her, where her crib or wherever she was. I mean, the first time that she cried, he looked like somebody shot him or something. He just came to me like, his eyes were looking like, the baby's crying, come do something. So, you know, in that respect, it really went very well. And I never had a problem. But of course, I was always there. He was never alone with her. Never. And she could like sit with her little biscuits, and he was a big eater head. Big dogs are big eating heads. And she could sit with her biscuits, and he wouldn't touch them. She could sit on the floor, and she could put them all around his nose and everything. And he would just like sometimes look up at me like, "Mommy, can you see that? Can you see all those biscuits? They're just right in front of my nose, and I'm not touching them. Can you see how good I'm being?" And then when she forgot about it and went on to play with something else, then I'd like say, "Hey, eat the biscuits." She's gone now. And then he would take the biscuits, but she could even put a biscuit in his mouth and take it out again. I would never have been able to do that, you know. So he was very much aware that she was a little person that we had to take care of. You could feel that on him. I think he probably also knew that I was pregnant before I knew it. because he was after, you know, I could think back and see that he was actually walking nicer with me, being less pulling when I was pregnant than he was before I was pregnant. So I think that he was aware um, somehow. Dogs feel something. They really feel a lot. I remember one time, that was before Victoria, I think, and we were in my apartment, and it was in the middle of the night, and he used to always sleep in my bed, in the foot end, well, wherever he could be. He was a big one. So, and all of a sudden I woke up because he just sat up in bed and he started howling in the middle of the night, but really howling, howling, howling. It was horrible. It was like he was crying or screaming or something like that. It was really, really, really bad. And I sort of like, I didn't know what was wrong, so I took him out for a walk, and he kind of calmed down, and we came home and went back to sleep. I was thinking, you know, maybe he have a bad stomach or something, because it was really bad. He was just sitting like totally stiff and howling, really howling. And well, we got home and he was okay and he quieted down and everything. And the next day, we found out that my upstairs neighbor had committed suicide that night, exactly at the time where my dog was howling, where he began howling. So he had sensed something. That's what I think. He sensed something. And yeah, that was crazy, because I'm sure that he must have, there must have been something, because it was so, I never saw him do it before or after that. It was only that one time that I saw such a really, really weird, strange reaction on him, and he was almost like paralyzed, you know, you couldn't like, he was all stiff in the body. Yeah, so I think he must have felt something. Hvordan gik det?
Ja, det er godt sige.
Nå, okay.
Jeg kiggede rundt om her og rundt om derhen og rundt om derhen.
Skide. So yeah. Yeah, exactly. It was very, very, very crazy. Very crazy. Like, it was very, very strong. So, but it made sense when I found out what had happened the day after. Then it sort of made sense to me. I know that some people think that they don't believe that that's the way that the dogs can feel stuff, and I know that some people don't believe that, and that's okay with me. I mean, if I tell that to my bestie, she'll look at me and she'll say you're crazy, because there's nothing more. There's nothing. And I don't know why she's so insisting on believing that there's nothing. I don't know why. Maybe she's just scared. So, yeah. This is gonna be a pretty one. It is looking good, isn't it? So, yeah. But maybe, I don't know, is it tomorrow that is a Super Bowl or something? I'm not sure. There's some game on in the States tomorrow. Now I forgot what it was. I know that I was told earlier today what it was, but I forgot because we don't have it here. So I don't remember what it was called. So maybe tomorrow is not a good day for For live videos, I don't know. If everybody's watching a game or something, I will still make color Weirdie a day, of course. I always make color Weirdie a day. Come rain, come shine. If I'm not in, then we got co-host in. Hvis det er, så kan du, når du ligger der til at sove, kan du komme herind. Så kan jeg jo prøve at se, om jeg kan gå ud med ham lige en lille tur mere.
Ja, nu er jeg gået lidt. Der er ingen ude til at skrive i løbet af natten, men ikke ude alene.
Ja, det er jo heller ikke rart.
Nej.
Men han kan jo sagtens komme herind, hvis det er.
Ja, men forløbig så sidder jeg jo derinde og skriver en tid her, så vi ser på ringen, når det sker.
Okay. Yeah, well. My dad is gonna stay up because she's gonna be calling from the hospital because she's all alone there and everything. And I said to my dad, if you want, you can just let the dog in here, then I'll take him out when I'm finished because the dog didn't shit. You know, when I'm really finished. Exactly, they are. Yeah, well, he would howl with the ambulance or fire sirens too, but not in the same strong way as he did with that. And actually, you know, I have a little secret. Hi, Ellen. Ellen, nice to see you. I have a little... Oh, Ellen, by the way, if you are like listening, I need help with my YouTube. I need 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours watched before the 20th of February. I know that you have a lot of subscribers. How did you get them? Oh, well, anyways, I think you already subscribed a long time ago. But any help, I need any help I can get to get a little ahead on that, because I have so little time left before I actually have to, they will throw me out of the partner program. It's a new thing that they made, that you have to have 4,000 hours watched and 1,000 subscribers. And if you don't have that by the 20th of February, you're out of the YouTube partner program. That means then I will lose my ability to upload the big videos. And I don't want to lose that. So I need everybody who can to help me get hours viewed and to get more subscribers. It's proving very difficult to get more subscribers. It's not easy. I have 739 now, so I need quite a few more. No, I don't believe that too. But I think you can use almost anything as an excuse to eat, actually. I'm just gonna like let one pass, because there's gonna be like 1 or 2 here that would be in between here. There'll be 2 there, just so that it seems more realistic, the color that comes out from behind there. So yeah, I actually my dog and I we used to go to the beach when it was full moon, and then we would howl at the moon. I was working nights at that time. I was working in a bar, so I was like free from work at 4 a.m. or something. And then I'd usually go home and pick him up, and then we would go to the beach at 4 a.m. and sometimes swim or just like go for walkies. And if it was a full moon, we would howl at the moon just for the heck of it. It was great fun. We just had great fun with howling at the moon. I know it sounds kind of crazy, but it was just very stress relieving and just fun to laugh and let go. There's nobody else there, you know. It was just me and him. So yeah, I had fun with that. I actually, it was like a full moon here not so long ago, and I kind of wrote a text to my boyfriend asking if he wanted to go howl at the moon with me. He never answered that text. I don't think he really understood the concept of going to howl at the moon. He probably just thought, oh, she's crazy again. And he never even asked me about it. It's just like, it hasn't been mentioned at all that I actually asked him if he wanted to go with me and howl at the moon. I thought it was a perfectly natural question to ask your boyfriend, do you want to go howl at the moon together? It's a full moon tonight. But I guess, you know, I guess nobody ever asked him that before. That will be like my new test of boyfriend material. I will just wait for the first full moon, send him a text saying, do you want to go howl at the moon with me? And then when somebody answers immediately, of course, let's go howl at the moon, I'll buy some wine, then I know he's the right one. That could be fun, wouldn't it? That'd be like testing if it's boyfriend material or not. You want to go howl at the moon, baby? Yes, baby. Let's go howl at the moon. You know, and then you will know if you got the right man, if he's really got the right humor for you. But I do think that Joseph has the right humor, because on one of our first dates, he took me to like a German beer festival. And this is like, you know, with a very folky music and all people dressed up in the funny clothes and stuff. And you don't see a lot of Africans there, to be honest. It's all like blondes. And if they're not blonde, they're wearing blonde wigs or something. And it's very like traditional music, a German beer party. It's not the kind of thing that I thought he would invite me to. And we had a brilliant time. We had a great time. And he was like, you know, right away, he was like, oh, we have to go up where the band is so we can dance. And he was singing along with the songs and everything. So I actually do think he has a nice sense of humor. And we had a great time, even though we stood out quite a bit. But we did have a great time, you know, it was really funny. So yeah, I think he does have some of it. He just haven't gotten the moon part yet. Oh, maybe, yeah, maybe he thought I'd been drinking. No, but it was like, you know, in the daytime I sent him the text. It was not at a weird time I sent him the text. But yeah, maybe he thought so. I do think that's an activity I miss with my dog. Exactly, it was really funny. We had a great time. It was probably one of the best dates I've ever been on for fun time, you know. We were dancing and singing and jumping around, and we were quite sober when we came there, but everybody else were like really drunk. People falling off the tables and stuff. There's like long tables everywhere, and the beers were like huge, and the glasses were so heavy, you know, like, oh, yeah, it was a lot of fun. So that was a fun night. There I could see that he has a humor, you know, that he does like to have a good time and have a fun. He's not or serious, because usually he looks very serious. Very serious. So yeah. Well, I have to take him howling at the moon one day. Then I'll test him, see what he's really made of. Can you howl at the moon, baby? This is looking great. I love this. I really love this, like going around and twirling and I got a lot in the new generation Weirdies. I've got a lot intertwining stuff. Um, not like this one, but you know, I have there's a lot of stuff going on with them. They've evolved. Well, I saw a movie today. It was called Kong. It was sort of like we're going to an island, and there was like oversized animals there, and one of them was like it must have been inspired by the movie King Kong, of course, because there was an oversized gorilla there that was sort of the king of the island and everything, and yeah, but you know, it was entertaining while I was making the videos. Not the best movie I ever watched, but they did make it nice, you know, it looks good. Well, I would love that. If I met a man and he asked me if I would go howl at the moon, then I would know he was made of the right stuff, wouldn't I? I would know that he was perfect. He's absolutely perfectly crazy, just like me. But I'm probably not a lot of girls would have the same reaction. Go howl at the moon together. But I mean, I think that sounds pretty romantic. Is a date in the moonlight? Oh, welcome back, Tina. Good to see you. Did you have a nice dinner? I can imagine you had a nice dinner. Victoria took me to Flamen Grill on her birthday, and she paid for it with the money she saved. She was so proud. She was so proud, and it was just like, you know, she had saved. We made reservations, and there was a little flag on the table and everything, and she was taking her mom out for dinner, and yeah, it was great. Really awesome. Best time. That's actually the only time we went there so far. So it's looking good. You'll also have to scan. I only have the scans up till the 22nd, Tina, so you'll have to scan all the other ones so that I can get them in your video. I prepared everything up until the 22nd. So, but you know, don't stress about it. It doesn't matter if I finish it tomorrow or Monday or Tuesday, you know, it's okay. I'm not in a rush. I'm not in a rush. Besides, my fingers are really hurting from all the mouse action today. And we've come to that magic moment where I actually really have to go pee. So I'm gonna have to leave you for 2 seconds, and I'll be right back as soon as I can. It won't take long. Peeing is a fairly 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 quickly thing. I'll have to tell you a funny thing about that after. So I'm back. That was not too long, was it? So yeah, back in action. Oh, that's awesome, Tina. That's awesome. So yeah, there was a program. It's funny, I watched it some time ago. It's sort of in Denmark. It's sort of a thing where they go with some lifestyle experts into a house of somebody who's a celebrity or semi-celebrity, and then these experts have to guess who the person is and say something of what they see from the house. And the host, and I remember because I think it's like 1.5 or 2 months ago that I saw that. I don't know. It's some time ago I saw the program. It's not like it's not like just. And the host, he said, "I'm gonna go take a piss." And he said, "I'm gonna go take a piss." And I was thinking, it's just not something you say on television. I'm gonna go take a piss. You don't use that language at all. And why would they all put it in the program? I didn't get it. I was like, what the fuck? I know that language is changing and etiquette is changing, but still I was thinking that was quite heavy. And then when he came back, the female lifestyle expert says, "Oh, that was fast." And he said that it was a hard ray. It was a very hard ray. And I was like thinking, wow, that's like taking the conversation to a whole other level on a nice family program where we are looking at somebody's apartment and you're trying to say who the person is that has the apartment. It just didn't fit. And I remember that I was like astonished and thinking about it when I saw the program. And then recently, just a few days ago, it's been in all the papers that people reacted very strongly towards that. So I guess I was not the only one who thought that that was kind of weird. A kind of weird way to talk on television, on a television program in prime time. I was like thinking, what is going on? I mean, I do get amazed at some of the language use that they have, where I'm thinking, why would they talk like that? Or why would they, I mean, it is kind of, weird. Really kind of weird. I just didn't understand it, really. I was blown away by it. But not like, blown away in the way that I'm going to, write some complaint or whatever. I was just like, whoa, that's a bit heavy for a television show like that, just to talk like that. But then a few weeks later, I saw that there's actually a lot of people did react to it. So at least I'm not the only one who's thinking that that was heavy for a television program. I know all the time language is changing and vocabulary is changing, and some words are becoming more acceptable and other words are becoming less acceptable and everything. But it always depends on the context. I think you have to look at the context of what something is said in. But I do believe that there are some things that are just not suitable for, why would you say that? Why would you at all say that? But why would it all be in the program? Is that sort of some way to get more PR for the program or whatever? I don't know. To say, oh, we're for the younger people too. It's not just the oldies who want to watch it, because we also say things like that, I don't know. It's just uncool. Yeah, gross. Exactly, gross. That was what I was thinking. Just the thing that that she said that was fast. That's one thing. But then he says that it was a heart ray. And I'm like, what? Whoa! That's like a little bit more information than I needed. I already did not need that he had to go take a piss. I mean, they could have just entirely cut that out. He didn't even, it wouldn't even be a need to say I have to go pee. It didn't need to be in the program at all. I mean, if they have to go to the bathroom, you cut it out of the program. They're cutting it afterwards anyway, so there's no need to have that in it at all. I mean, the host's bathroom visits are not really relevant. I mean, I have to tell you guys if I have to go to the bathroom because I kind of leave you, so you sort of have to, I can't just get up and walk away. That would be really weird. So I kind of have to tell you. But like, I would never say I'm going to take a piss. I mean, why would I do that? I say I have to go pee and that's it. I could, of course, say I have to go powder my nose, but that would be weird. That would be really weird if I said that. Yeah, but it's just a little thing. It was nice when I saw that it was in the papers because it was like proof that I'm not the only one who thought it was weird to put that in the television program. And that's why I don't really like the children channels here, because the language they're using is just not okay. This is the same thing that when my daughter was little, all of a sudden she started saying, when she went to the toilet, she would shout and say, "I made shit." And my dad would be like, "Why do you teach her to say something like that? That's not nice." She could just say, "I'm done." And I said, "Well, I don't teach her. They do it in the nursery home, in the nursery school, and in the kindergarten. All the pedagogues would say, did you shit? Or do you have to make shit?" They wouldn't, she got it from there. She didn't get it from me. And I'm also thinking that that's annoying, that the schools are sort of like, that it's becoming a standard language. But, well, can't do a lot about it, can we? But it's funny that they act like that or that they do that. So this is gonna be pretty. And of course it took longer than I anticipated, as always. That's probably the whole dog thing also. That also took a little bit while. But we are getting ready. So this is gonna go on top of that. I think it's gonna be a really lovely, colorful result again. I'm happy with that. So yeah, my fingers are not so good. It's not hurting when I color, but I did a lot when, well, imagine if you're sitting so many hours with the mouse. It's a strain sometimes. But now it's done. Almost all done. Cool, Tina. Cool, Tina. But remember, you also have to sleep. Also have to sleep. We were talking earlier about the next week. Not this week, but the week after, I'm gonna go visit you. And then we'll probably maybe do color Weirdie together. I was sort of just saying that I would probably, you know, upload the dailies beforehand and stuff like that. Don't have to get up at 6:15, me neither. I don't have to get up early. Well, I have to get up because of that doggy. That doggy in the window. Boom, 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 boom. How much is that doggy in the window? So, that's it. The Weirdie of the 3rd of February. Let's have a look at the next ones. So, this is for tomorrow. That's that thing where I think it looks like a sloth here. And the day after, this is the one I will be uploading later. This is the one I'll be uploading later for the 5th of February. That looks pretty cool too. Now you can see the whole thing. That's a cool one. And then the other way around. It's pretty cool too. And the same with this one. This one also works the other way around. So yeah, it's just a decision if you want to do it the one way or the other. Gonna get ya. So that's what we got going for the next couple of days. And then I actually have the one thing that I had chosen for the Patreon. Is this one. So I'll be coloring that shortly on Patreon. I'm just gonna upload it so you guys can get it, and then I'll be coloring it. And then that will be it for today. So I'm gonna say, yeah, we will. That's cool, Bev. Yeah. No. You have the 4th for tomorrow, and the 5th I will be uploading later. When I finish with everything, I'll be uploading that as well. So you will be getting it. So I'm just going to say goodbye. And for the guys of you who are on Patreon, I will be on in about 15 minutes time, maybe 20. I will have to, you know, I'll just throw up the page for you guys so that you have it. And then I'll go on. So see ya. Bye.